We've got a Tuesday meeting at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth on the 11th of June. We're chatting to Adam Marcus, who has 9 runners on the day's card. Busy day for you, Adam. Starting out with race 2, the 1200 meter maiden juvenile plate. You're sending out my only weakness. She is a really nicely bred one-old filly out of that gorgeous Star Express. 2 starts under the belt already, and obviously a half-sister to bless my stars, so I'm sure you're looking forward to sending her out. 9 draw, Richard Furry on board. What can we expect?
Yeah, she's really a lovely filly. She'll probably come into her own as a 3-year-old. Richard said she ran on beautifully in her last run. Just give her one more 1200. He didn't feel she was quite ready for the turn, but I think we'll only see the best of her over 14 a mile. But she is on the up, and I do expect her to improve on her last run, so she could sneak into the places.
And definitely one to keep an eye on for the future.
Absolutely.
Race 3, the 1200 meter maiden juvenile plate for fillies. 15 horse field here. You're saddling Cold Breeze and Winter on the green. Cold Breeze, 11 draw corner offer on board. You are bumping her up to the 1200 here. Did seem to have excuses last time out, and then she's joined by Winter on the green. 12 draw Grand Finnick, and this is her debut run.
Yeah, Cold Breeze was very unlucky in her last run. She got caught in a pocket from about the 500, and Craig couldn't really let her off the bit, so you can put a line through that last run. It looked like a disappointing run, but it wasn't. I think the 1200 will be better suited to her. She was a little bit outpaced early in her last run, but she is a nice filly, and on her debut run we were actually really excited about her second run, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her run into the money. Winter on the green, lovely big What a Winter filly. I'm not really a trainer that gets my 2-year-olds readied up for their first runs, but she did have a soft gallop at Durbanville, and she actually really surprised me. She galloped really well, so in order for her to be fully ready, I would have taken her for another gallop. So this will be more of an educational run, but hopefully she can be running on well, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her run a really good race. I think her ability should pull her through, but expecting her to be green and a filly to watch for the future.
Race 4, 1200 meter open maiden. You're sending out Jean Lepin, drawn 6, Gareth Wright on board. He's got 53 to shoulder, 53 and a half. Blinkers on, and you're just dropping him down here to the 1200. So what are you planning for him?
Yeah, we're pretty much starting again with him. He's been quite disappointing around the turn, and he's his own worst enemy. He jumped slow, and he's always too far back in the race, and obviously around the turn, once you jump slow, then you can't change that. So we've tried him with the blinkers. His work has been really good. Obviously in a handicap maiden, he is coming down in the weights as well. He does show me really nice work at home, so I'm just hoping that with the blinkers fitted and up the straight, even if he does jump a little bit slow, that he'll have the time and space to make up that ground earlier on in the race. So just more hopeful than expecting a good run, but he is a lot better than what he's shown so far, so holding thumbs.
Race 5, the 1400 meter open maiden for fillies and mares. You're sending out True Horizon. She's got the 10 draw, Mpume Mjoka on board, 51 and a half, and then just that extra half a kilo. Blinkers again, and bumping her up to the 1400 meters here. She's a good filly, never far off them.
Yeah, she's a little bit in and out. She runs these really good races, and then you look forward to her next run, and then she kind of runs a bit of a disappointing race. So hard to overcome that draw, and the guys seem to be wanting to be right up there on the winter course, so I think the guys on her inside will be jumping and pressing forward, so we'll need a lot of luck in running, but she has got the ability to run well, but as I say, a little bit unreliable and in and out.
Race 6, 1400 meter class 4. You're sending out Kelp Forest. It's got the 6 draw, Grand Finnick on board, 56 and a half, and also a nice consistent sort, coming off a very lovely win last time out. What are you expecting?
Yeah, he's very competitive in class 5s. When the handicapper bumps him up to class 4, he finds it a little bit tough, but I must say his confidence has really grown from that last win. He's a 3-time winner now, and we've got Grand Finnick aboard, and I think he'll really suit him because he needs a rider that really switches him off, and Elder gave him a beautiful ride like that last time, and he's in good form. He's got a relatively good draw. I think he could run into the money, but I think I would be more confident if it were back in a class 5, but we'll give it a go in class 4 and see how he goes.
Then race 8, 1800 meter Cape B Stakes. You've got 2 a penny, 3 draw, Richard Furry on board, 56 to shoulder, also a nice consistent sort. Looks like the condition should favor.
Yeah, she gets her sex allowance here, which is lovely, and it's never easy taking on the boys, but with the weight off, it does definitely help. She is a beautiful, beautiful filly, and she won those 3 in a row, and in that last run she was probably a little bit disappointing. My only concern going into this race, she's come off a little bit of a break, and we've had waterlogged tracks for the last 4 or 5 days, so stepping up, we're running over 18 against the boys. Fitness is a question mark, but she has got quality and the weight off her back as well. Richard aboard, which is always a great asset, and she should be there or thereabouts.
And then you're closing off the day in race 9, the 1200 meter class 5. 2 runners here again, Royal Lytham and Dream Searcher. What can you tell us about these two?
Royal Lytham has dropped in their handicap. She ran a much better race last time, and she really tried right to the line, so she's in good form. Very happy with her, not concerned about her fitness because she naturally is a very strict filly. And Dream Searcher, we coming back in distance, pretty much starting again with her as well. I just want to see her really finishing off the race well, and then I think in about 3 weeks time or 3.5 weeks time, there's a mile for her, which will be the perfect race. So this is more of a prep run for the mile, but really hoping she runs on well.